Heineken Cup rugby. Bit of rugby around today then. Now, the next 3 weeks or so could give us a much clearer indication about Arsenal's title credentials. Will they still be 4 points or more clear at the top of the Premier League table after games against Everton tomorrow and then Manchester City and Chelsea in the lead up to Christmas? Dickie Davis has been talking to Theo Walcott.
When Theo Walcott bumped into the England manager this week, it gave him a chance to give him a gentle reminder of what he's capable of, especially after Andros Townsend's recent performances.
I think it's important to have sort of people that will try and sort of take your spot. You know, I've had a lot of people in the past come and go, so I think it's important for me to just play well for Arsenal firstly, which I will be doing, and then we'll see where it takes me in the World Cup, hopefully.
He was at a Mars event, trying to encourage young adults to get back into sport. He wasn't the only one trying to get the England manager's attention either.
Yeah, to be fair, a lot of the guys have got a good little banter, to be fair. They were saying these sort of things. Hopefully I can sort of spur the manager to pick me come the summertime.
It's not just with England that Walcott has a point to prove. Having recently got over an injury, he needs to get his place back in an Arsenal side, which is flying high. It's
been a small setback, but I'd rather have the setback now than come the end of the season, next year. I think I was top goal scorer last season for Arsenal, and I've contributed, quite a few assists in the amount of games I've played. Still haven't really played at all, but like I say, it's only a small setback. I'm not worried at all. I'll get back to fitness, get training, get back in that team, because I give something different to Arsenal we haven't had for a while.
What do you take on the the discussion of Oliver Giroud, wrap him in cotton wool, make sure he doesn't get injured? If he does, you're going to struggle.
No, I wouldn't agree with that, because I think you got myself as well. You can play up front. I scored a lot of my goals from up front last season. I know I can do that. The boss seen what I can do, so that option's there for him. Like I said, I've always said that I'm a striker, but at this moment in time, I think it's important just to get back playing into whatever position the boss plays me. But yeah, no, Ollie's, you got to give him credit, because he at the start of the season, all the Luis Suarez sort of saga stuff. He's stepped up and he showed people, just remind him what he can. And yeah, you got to give him credit, because he's been fantastically well. So yeah, he's got to keep fit, which is important. But like I say, if he needs options, he needs to rest. I'm there.
So sitting on the sidelines, what has he made of his side so far this season?
Every single player has been, great to watch, and the standout one for me. Everyone, Mesut's been fantastic, but Ramsey for me has been a totally different star. He's worked so hard, and people don't realise how much effort that players take involved when things aren't going too well for him, but he always works hard. He never goes hiding, and that's the great player he's got in himself. And I think the manager's shown so much belief in him. He shows belief in himself, and you can sense that now the way he's playing football. But yeah, he's worked hard in pre-season. He's had a lot of injury problems. That obviously a horrific one he had, and you got to do well to bounce back from stuff like that. And he's showing people the potential he always had, and that every players believed in him. And like I said, I don't think I could be any happy for any other player. He's deserved every credit he gets.
Another fine win in the week keeps them comfortably clear at the top.
A lot of teams will drop points. A lot of teams have dropped points. I think this year, especially in the Premier League, it's so different. Everyone's beating each other. It's the hardest league in the world. I think we go to Cardiff and got a great result, and they've taken a lot of points, and they will continue to take a lot of points out of the big clubs. But no, I do believe Arsenal will be up there at the end of the season, because every player says the same thing. They've got so much belief in each other, they trust each other. And when you have that in a team, when that manager senses that as well, you're going to push on, you're going to make good things, you're going to achieve great things.
While the limelight is shining on Arsenal's ability going forward, they've only conceded once in 6 league games.
We know we're in Arsenal, we're always going to win games. We're always going to score goals. But the back five, even the players that come in from the bench as well, have been absolutely solid, and I think that all comes down to the work that they've done with, and the whole squad actually, with Steve Bowen, the boss.
He's always been confident in his own ability. Let's see how far that carries Arsenal and England this season.
Theo Walcott fit once again. Now then,